Yo, what up? What up? What up? It's your boy Roy, accompanied by the one, the only, the Dominican bad man Sergio, aka the floor price guy, and we're Combat Sport guys coming back to you with another UFC full card breakdown. This time in the form of UFC 315. Bilal Muhammad puts gold on the line against Jack Della Maddalena. In the co-main event, we have Valentina Shevchenko taking on Manon Fiorot. But before we do, let's go over last week. UFC, Des Moines, Sanhagen versus Figueiredo, where I myself went 8 of 12 on my picks, whereas you went, I believe, 6 of 12, did I say? I think it was 6
Yeah,
of 12.
six,
And our
12.
bets hit. We put about 8, 9 bets out. We hit about 6. And let's go over that card. Before we do, how you doing, my man?
I'm good, brother. We got UFC 315, the first Bilal Muhammad goat. Listen, brother. Listen, everybody's hating, brother. It's Habib time, brother. Habib coach, brother. If I see Habib, bro, I'm throwing the whole bank account. We'll get
There
into
we
that
have it.
later. But
There you have it. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. It's his first title defense, right? We'll see how he does.
well, they're you know what? I think Montreal is a very good place. Like typically when people start the first time, they send them to like Canada. Um, it's a very good ground point. It's like they send Strickland. They
Mm-hmm.
send new champions here so they can kind of like try to get that territory. Big Pakistani community as well. No, sorry, I shouldn't
Mm-hmm.
say Pakistani, but like Middle Eastern
Mm-hmm. Middle
community in
Eastern.
Canada. So let's see how much support he gets. But yeah, I mean, kicking the night, we have Miller versus Petrovic.
Yeah,
1-1.
we both went for Petrovic, right? And we were kind of banking on the fact that she would be able to hold up with the takedown defense. Go back.
But yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We both lost, but the money was on the decisions.
Yeah.
But we know that, right? Typically, female MMA it goes tends to go to a decision, but here,
Yeah, and I think one of the things that you stated was that they both didn't look too hot, right? Like they both should be
what
cut.
was that?
I think at one point you told me they both should be cut from
They
the
should be
UFC.
cut. Bro. What
Yeah,
was that, bro?
because even Miller getting the takedowns, she wasn't doing much with them, right? She was just on top, just trying to secure that top control. Her takedowns were very sloppy too. She didn't have good entry points. Her striking, she didn't set it up with her striking. But yeah, she got it done. First underdog pick of the card, first underdog of the card winning, and
Yeah,
then we had Peterson versus Dontel Mays, and this is like a shift in gears, right? You have fucking Thomas Peterson who looked amazing, man. And we both picked him. We knew that he was going to come in with a grapple heavy approach. He tried some submission attempts in the first round, was unsuccessful, but it was just sheer domination, man. He controlled him throughout the whole fight. Freaking slammed him a couple times. What did you think about Thomas Peterson?
got it. Went straight for business, bro. You see, that's the thing about it. That's a high IQ fighter. My man knew he wasn't going to give this guy a chance, especially the
Exactly.
reach, Mays. And remember, the biggest thing, it's like, bro, Mays knocked out Arlovsky. Yeah, bro, that was Arlovsky from.
Yeah.
Arlovsky was a champion in the 2000s, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, Peterson did amazing, and he was active. And Mays, bro, I think Mays is done. We wish him the best. But brother, you've been in this game for a while. What's going on with this takedown defense, brother?
Yeah, we'll
What's
see what
going
happens with Mays. We'll see what happens. But Peterson's cardio looked good, man, throughout the 3 rounds. I'm gonna be intrigued to see who they give him next, right, in the heavyweight division. So we'll see. And then up here we had Gaston Bolanos taking on Quang Lee. We had both chosen Bolanos. We had striker versus striker. We kind of banked on the fact that it was going to be the more technical striker who's going to, chop him down with those leg kicks. But Quang Lee came in with a wrestle heavy approach, right? And we kind of see that often when you have two strikers, they kind of, respect each other's power and each other's ability, and one or the other engages in the grappling. And that's exactly what Lee did. He had a good game plan. He got it done, man. Second underdog, I believe. Was he an underdog? I think he was an underdog, right?
Yes, he
He
was an
was a
underdog.
favorite.
No,
Okay.
no, no, no. He was. They were both. I think Bolanos was a plus 120, 130.
Oh, okay, okay. So he the favorite one. Okay.
Yeah, but not that much. But it's the thing is like where Bolanos was just always one step behind. Like,
Hmm.
bro, like this kid came out wrestled, and even he hurt him on the striking. And
Yeah. Well, we knew that his takedown defense was weak, right? Because Cortavius Romas, I forget how to say his name, but Cortavius in his last fight took him down 4 times, right? So I knew that the threat of the takedown was there, but I just didn't anticipate Lee having that game plan. But good win,
but
man. Got it
but the
done.
volume, yeah, the volume is what I didn't expect. The volume is
Hmm.
not what I expected. But Then we got Robertson versus Rodriguez. I mean, we
as
both understood,
expected.
we both understood the mission. Rodriguez was on the way out. We knew
Hmm.
that, and look what happened. Like it's just she retired, asked for a little bit of money from the UFC for her organization, but Robertson did good. I had her submission. You had her inside the distance. Um,
Hmm.
Robertson is in a good place, but as she progresses up, she needs to work a little bit more on her striking. So I really hope that she's developing that on the back end.
Yeah, she entered the top 10, so we'll see what the UFC has in store for her. And then we had Loader versus Bekoyev. We had both picked Bekoyev. He just had the experience. He's been in other organizations. He has the MMA experience, and he has the full package. He's the better overall fighter, right? And he kind of proved that. He got the KO win, man.
I want to say Russian Dagestani fighters tend to be better than American wrestlers. Like you get, like we'll get into that with Bo Nickel in a bit, but it's just like American,
Hmm.
bro. You know what's crazy is like Loader won the Ultimate Fighter. I'm like, what Ultimate Fighter did he win? Like I don't remember this guy.
Yeah,
Uh,
he beat Valentine. He beat Valentine, the guy that fought Finney, Torres Finney.
oh God.
Yeah, he submitted him.
Well, and Finney beat Valentin in a boring ass decision. So it's
Yeah.
like the like it's crazy how when we talk about this sometimes with the Contender Series, similar with the Ultimate Fighter, you get paired up with a group of people that are not as good as that. Like this guy's
Hmm.
like top. I also knew it was an issue when he was like a top team. Top team has killers, bro. Like let's be honest. Um, yeah, and then I think we have Tate versus Santos.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I mean, Santos had a great game plan, in my opinion. Right, she kept the fight at range. She stuck and moved. She secured some key takedowns. Good performance from her. I mean,
she looked
it was
good.
expected, right? We kind of said that Tate is one dimensional, right? She likes to get the fights to the ground, and her takedown defense looked really well. Her takedown defense looked really well. She did get taken down, I think, in the third round, and
Yeah.
Tate tried to incorporate some ground and pound, but was unsuccessful. I think she lost the position at one point, and I think that's what done her in. I mean, she could have got the finish if she would have just wailed down, right?
Well, that's what I wanted her to get the like. The thing is, she she when she came out, she came like hot, like high voltage, and then it's just like okay, well, you need to take her down because you're not known for you're not a striker. Because Yana Santos is crisp on the ground, but I was relying
Hmm.
on that little, you know,
Yeah.
takedown, but she didn't get it, and like that was her downfall. And like that was bro, that looked. Yana Santos is so much more like in the feed. Like Tate ain't gonna contend for a belt that way, brother. Well,
No,
Tate will never
she's
contend for a
dumb,
belt.
bro. She's 30, what, 38, 30? Yeah.
38. I mean, she's well. I mean, she. The thing is, if she would have won, it could put her in the top seven. Like Tate is a draw, at least like a little bit of a draw if you get her to the women's higher up. She would have been two fights, like one fight away if you would have beat Santos from the title. It's just that division is very thin. Let's be honest, bro. Um,
I don't
and
know
yeah,
about I don't know about Tate going for the title, bro. What are we doing?
well, if she beats Santos, she has one more fight.
What are we doing? All right, let's move on, man. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
the craziest thing you said
of
all
course,
year, I
former
think.
champion. Nah, brother. Listen that. Okay,
Mason Jones. Mason Jones taking on Jeremy
you're not
Stevens.
gonna disrespect me that way, brother. Listen, Misha,
My boy
Misha.
said Misha Tate's gonna go for the title. What are we doing? What are we doing?
No, no. If she would have beat Santos, then she would have one more. And then then she would have gone for the title. But like,
Yeah,
that's a big if. That's a big if, brother. Sorry,
yeah.
go ahead. Mason.
Mason Jones and Jeremy Stevens. I mean, Jeremy Stevens, he's entertaining, right? He's a brawler, he's a scrapper, but Mason Jones, just, you know, I think he's the better overall MMA fighter, and he displayed that and he got it done, man. Good fight. It was a fun fight. It was entertaining.
Well, and the
It
issue
was
is, and we
exactly
know
what I
this.
thought it was going to be.
You spend years like being in other organizations and then going to bare knuckle where you don't really have to train the other stuff. Now, Jeremy's a dog, but that's it, bro. That's it. That's it. We don't gotta fucking do that. We don't gotta pretend, bro. Just
Yeah,
put this guy
exactly.
just put this guy's in bangers. Like if Jeremy Stevens is gonna fight, hey brother, we need a striker. We need a striker versus a striker. That's it, bro. Don't do the grappling stuff, bro.
Yeah. And then next up, we had Side defeating Smotherman via decision. He had a great game plan, man, in that fight. He neutralized him. He mixed it up really well. What did you think about Side's performance?
Sir, so I've seen Cide live, then I saw
Mm,
his next fight against Armfield, and then it was just like he wasn't really there, but this time around, bro was like the fighter.
Hmm.
I'm just sad that Smotherfield's going to look at, because also Smotherfield looked worse in this fight in his last performance.
Yeah,
So
it's crazy because his last performance he came in on short notice too. So that's something like to consider.
yeah, so the question is, who did Smotherfield have a bad night, or did Sergey was on full point, or is just Sergey Side is that much better? Like that's a question that, because Smolder had everything, but it's just like I didn't. Yeah, I think it
It
was
didn't
like a
come together.
plus.
It didn't come
I
together.
did, it did. And then when City when I saw like with City mixing it up, I was like, this is an issue. This is a real issue.
Yeah. And then next up we had Montel Jackson taking on Daniel Marcos. And
Yep.
similar to like the Bolanos and Lee fight, Marcos respected the power, he respected the striking, and he tried to get the grappling going, but all he did was hold him up against the fence. A lot of lackluster takedown attempts. He didn't look good. He didn't look like how I anticipated him to look. I thought he was going to be able to, if Jackson, incorporated the wrestling, I thought his takedown defense was gonna hold up, and he was gonna be able to outstrike him, like out volume him,
Yeah.
out technique him, because he has good boxing, but he just proved that, he's probably not there yet for the top 15, man, top 10. So we'll see. He got his first churro. I mean, sorry, his first asterisk or dash or loss or whatever you want to call it on his record.
I mean, I don't want to tell you, when Marcos rose his hand, like he was acting like he won, and I'm like, what?
No,
What's where?
that's a 30-27 in my opinion.
That was a dominant performance. Montel is coming to his own now. Montel is looking better. I just thought that Marcos was going to have that spark, and
Yeah.
it, similar to Smotherman, he looked one step behind. Like it's just like, even like with the takedowns, he got the takedown but couldn't hold that guy. And I'm like,
Hmm.
brother, you got to do more. Like, stop holding, go, you got to punish him. But
Go for the kill, right? And then
for the
on our featured fight on the main card, we had Ponzinibbio taking on Rodriguez. We had both picked Rodriguez to get this done, and he did, man. He knocked him out in the third round, I believe. Was it the third round or the
it,
second round?
it was in the third round, and
Yeah,
there's
in the
something
third
about
round.
this. I'll show you kind of like
Yeah, play the video. And it was one of those things where we had, you had the money line bet on him, but we had kind of anticipating Rodriguez to get him out of there because he,
look at
in
that.
Ponzinibbio's last fight, and I see in Ponzinibbio's last fight, he got, dropped a lot of times by Calvin Harris, or not Calvin Harris, by Harrelson or whatever his name was. He
Yeah,
Yeah, he got Charleston. Charleston, his name. He
Charleston.
got dropped a few times, so we kind of anticipated that fight being similar here. And Rodriguez, man, got it done. He got the dub, and he was fighting with the ref, like arguing that oh, why'd you stop it, early stoppage? But as that video that you just showed, he was out of it, man. He was
It-
out of it.
bro, it's just like these guys. Like he's a tough Ultimate Fighter. I think it was Latin America.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was Latin America. It's just like, man, it's fine. Like you're at the Anthony Smith level, bro. That's what it is, and there's nothing wrong with that, brother. But you we saw this fight where it is like he's just chinny. Like let's be
Yeah,
honest, like he doesn't hold the same amount of endurance in his when he gets hit. But yeah, Rod got it done. I had a money line, ka-ching.
yeah. Rod got it done, and I think I had him. I don't think I had him on some parlays, I believe. But going on to our co-main event, we had Rene De Ritter neutralizing, knocking out, defeating the All American wrestler Bo Nickel, right? And a lot of people were on the side of Bo Nickel. That 7-0, great resume, solid accolades, right? Pressure wrestler, Division 1, Penn State, and I just felt like this was a big jump in competition for him, man. You're going up against a former champion in another organization with 20 plus fights, you know, lost 2 times in his career to the same person, right? Up 2 weight classes, I believe. It was at heavyweight when he lost, and it was to a striker. So I had said in our pre-fight analysis that Rene De Ritter is gonna be too big for Bo Nickel, and he has, you see his frame, you see his size, that he has to be over 210 when he's fighting on Fight Night, man. And Bo Nickel, I don't think this is necessarily what everyone is saying, like a fraud. He's been fraud checked. I just think it was too much too soon. And the UFC should build them up, build them up a little better, right? Build them up slowly. Give him the Raul Rosas treatment, right? Build them up slowly, man. Build them up slowly. Give
It,
him some good fights. Give him
it,
some favorable matchups, and then hopefully he works on his striking defense. But yeah,
it was very tricky because like the thing is like if there was a beatable fight for him, it was kind of RDR because you can kind of say, well, he can kind of neutralize the wrestling, control him on the ground because he's whatever collegiate, whatever it
mhm,
is. But then like RDR just started striking, and it's like Alistair Overeem would be so happy because it was knees to the body, pack, tie
yeah,
knees. Like bro, he ripped that body, had him hurt. Like prior to getting knocked out, he was hurt. There was a point where he was just like defending weird like that. It was just taking punches. He's just hurt. Um,
yeah,
like I said, yeah, it was too quick, too soon. I didn't realize how bad it was. Now, what do you do with this fight? Like, it's. I hope that like when we talked about it online, because you were like, "Well, Serge, he's from American Top Team," and I'm like 100%. But the way Bo doesn't train where the killers are. Bo has a facility, and Bo's has the killers go to him. So I think part of this fight, like he's the alpha there. When you go to Florida, you're not the alpha. Hopefully, yeah, we see a new weight class and we see him going to Florida, man.
yeah. Maybe consider dropping to welterweight. Maybe he'll have more success there if he can make the weight. And we'll see. I don't think he's a fraud or he's done.
Oh,
I
no
just think he
fraud.
needs to be built up a little bit, and kind of work on those other aspects of the game. And Rene De Ritter, man, ever since he came into the UFC, a lot of people only watch the UFC. They only know the UFC, so they're kind of doubting him from the beginning, right? When he fought against Gerald Mearshot, oh, Gerald Mearshot's gonna show levels. He's gonna take him down. He's gonna submit him. And what happened there? He ended up getting the sub in the second round. Kevin Holland. Oh, Kevin Holland's gonna freaking knock him out, right? This guy got knocked out by a striker. Oh, he's done. What did he do to Kevin Holland? Got him out of there, right? So it's gonna be interesting, man, to see where they give uh, Rene the Ritter. I saw on X that he has some fight news, so we'll see who they give him. Maybe a top 15, maybe top 10. We'll see. Maybe
Fingers
maybe
crossed on Strickland.
yeah, he's up there in age, so there's rumors that he might get Robert Whitaker, but we'll see.
Give him Strickland. Give him
I
Strickland.
think he called out Strickland, right? I think that'd be a good fight. We get to see Strickland get subbed. I mean, nobody will be mad at that, right?
That's an issue for Strickland because that guy's tall too.
All the streamers would be happy, man. All the streamers are gonna put their money on Rene De Ritter because you
RDR.
know.
Yeah,
But yeah, we'll move
insane.
on to our main event here, which was unfortunate, right? Davison Figueiredo hurt his knee at 37 years old. Having that type of injury is not good, man. We'll see what happens. I hope he gets well. You never want to see a fighter go down like that. But Sandhagen, man, look good. I mean, he's calling for the rematch with Peter Yan, and we'll see what happens, man.
We know the deal with Sanhagen. Sanhagen is the top 5 fighter, bro. It's just and the thing is like this is version 3. Like
Hmm.
when he came into the UFC prior to losing to Aldo, he was version 1. Then
Yeah,
he well sorry he fought then Peter Yan like lost. That's fine, but he still wasn't developed. He was still. Then he got into 2 where he started to kind of be a little bit more precise, knocking MFers out. Fought TJ. He won close decision. And then he's just gone on this tear. This is version 3 where he's a little bit more methodical. He's understanding that he needs to promote fights, and even if it's weird, like he's doing good content. I think, like I said, bro, I'm a fan of the footwork, and like this guy brings a whole like what Dominic gave to TJ could TJ give to this guy. Like this guy could run with it. I just don't know if it's enough to be champion yet. Like
yeah. Well, yeah. It's difficult becoming champion. It's difficult getting into the top five. And as you mentioned, he might be that type of fighter where he just lingers in the top five, right? Not
fight guy.
based on the people that are there with him. Just stylistically, they don't mesh well with him, right? You got the
He could
Umar
be a
Murga,
tier.
you got
Yeah.
Umar, you got Marab, you got people that don't that are stylistically tough matchups for him, right? You got
He is
grapplers,
getting better
Perpolec.
though. The thing is like he is getting
He's getting better, but stylistically, those are bad matchups for him. Like a
oh
good
of
match,
course.
a good matchup for him would be Sean O'Malley.
Oh, yeah,
Sean,
that's a good
if Sean was champ and he fought Sean O'Malley, that'd be a good fight, right?
yeah, that'd be a very good fight. So yeah, and Figgy needs to hop on the diet again. Drop down, brother. Like
He's old, man. It's hard losing weight when you're older like that, man. That's why they move up. But
Yeah, but
it's crazy because we say that, but then you have Jose Aldo who dropped down and he's looking good at
but
bantamweight.
but bro, the thing with Jose Aldo is he's like the you see that the baseball
Yeah. Bench warmers. So he
the
shows them
bench
the
warmers,
ID,
the
12 years
Dominican.
old.
That's Jose Aldo. That's Jose Aldo. The
Yeah.
thing is, um, also you got to remember too, Aldo's performing better because he's gone from featherweight to bantamweight, right?
That's what I said. Yeah.
No, but Figgy's gone from flyweight to this weight, and it's just like you like what made you special in flyweight, which is your power. You don't have it against these guys. Like you got it against Cody Garbrandt. Come on, bro.
Yeah, but what I said was it's difficult as you get older to make the smaller weight classes.
True.
But the exception is Jose Aldo, right? Because he dropped down. So
Yeah.
that's what I meant. But yeah, there
No,
you have it. There is our full card, a recap from last week. We always try to remain accountable, try to remain transparent. 8 of 12, 6 of 12, our bets hit. As always, we drop our bets and our picks on X following uploading our video for free. This is alpha. We're not charging you anything. We're not giving you anything. We're just, spreading the good word, man, sharing our predictions and our picks for these fights. We've done really well this year. We're self-tracking our picks. And, maybe by July or August, we'll give you an update of how we're doing percentage-wise in terms
yeah.
of picks. But yeah, let's get into UFC 315. Kicking off the card, we have Brad Katona taking on Beksat Almakhan. Katana is 14-4-0 and is 3-5 in their last 5 bouts, last losing to Gene Matsumoto via unanimous decision. Almakhan is 11-2-0 and is 4-5 in their last 5 bouts, last losing to Umar Nurmagomedov via unanimous decision. Now, this fight is kicking off the card. It's a good fight. You have Katana, who's from Canada, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right? He's Canadian. Can you confirm that, my man?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Canadian
Canadian.
Irish,
Canadian flags
Canadian
right there.
Irish.
And a lot of people I feel are on the side of Almakhan because in his UFC debut he fought Umar Nurmagomedov. He landed a right hand that dropped Umar and which caused Umar to wrestle heavy, right? But in that fight, there were some 10-8 rounds. He was controlled. Aside from that, punch that dropped Umar, that was the highlight of his of that fight. In his UFC debut, that's some tough competition to fight, right? In your UFC debut. But you look at somebody like Katona, who's fighting at home. He's well-rounded. He has a strong grappling base. He has jiu-jitsu and wrestling. His striking is decent with his karate background. He tends to, take his opponents down and control them. He has good clinch work. Against Gene Matsumoto, we've seen how good Gene Matsumoto is, especially coming in on short notice against Rob Font. We saw how good he looked. And, this guy is very durable. He has good cardio. He averages about, 2 takedowns per fight, a takedown or 2 per fight. And I think that's going to be the key in this fight. I think he's going to come in with a wrestle-heavy game plan. He's going up against Almakhan, who's also well-rounded. He has good cardio, he has nice striking, and he likes to offensive grapple. He has that kickboxing base with power behind his punches. Yeah, I'm going to go with Brad Katana, man. I'm going to go with the underdog. I think he gets it done. I think he's durable. His forward pressure, his pace, his grappling, his dominant control. I think he gets it done here, man.
I'm gonna go with Almakhan. I think Almakhan takes it. I like what I saw from Almakhan and what do you call it? Nurmagomedov. Nurmagomedov is a tough cookie, bro. With Brad, I think Brad is in the wrong division. And the thing is he has so much muscle, but the thing is Brad is always undersized in this division. Like every time we see him, he would have better success if he had a little bit more frame, and it would be like the reach would be better. But it's just I don't think he gets it done, brother. I'll be honest with you, bro. I think Amkan Almakhan is able to kind of neutralize certain positions and just strike with him.
All right, there we have it. You're going with Almakhan. I'm going with Brad Katana. We'll move on here to Daniel Santos taking Jin Young Lee. Santos is 11-2-0 and is 4-5 in the last five bouts. Last beating Johnny Munoz Jr. via unanimous decision 2 years ago. He was originally slated to fight Davy Grant, but he pulled out. I think he was sick. I'm not 100% sure, but he pulled out of that fight, and that fight was squashed. Now he's here. He's taking on Lee, who is 11-2-0 and is 4-5 in the last five bouts. Last losing to Hyder Amil via KO. Who do you got here, man? Give it to me.
I like Santos, bro. I think Santos is coming back and he's gonna do good. Um, yeah, I honestly, we've been waiting for this cat. I think Santos mixes it up with the striking, the takedown. Um, the jab is what concerns me with Lee. If he's able to kind of keep the discipline outside of the range, he's gonna have good success. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with Lee. I think Lee gets it done here. I think Lee, his striking is a lot better than Santos in my opinion, and he fights at a high pace throughout the 3 rounds. Right? He has the size and length. Let's see how much bigger is he? To Yeah, he's 3 inches taller, and he has a 6-inch reach. That means he has 3-inch reach advantage on both hands. Yeah, I think he's gonna be able to get him done, man. 2 years out of the octagon.
Yeah, the thing
This
is,
guy, this guy's precise. He's powerful, man, and he has the ability to keep the fight standing too. Like his takedown defense and his get up game is pretty good, right? If Santos wants to incorporate the grappling and get to that jiu-jitsu, right? He has that Muay Thai kind of like shoot to box style, right? Like if he can engage in the striking, but he's more comfortable on the ground, right? I think Lee's gonna get it done, man. He
yeah.
can get some takedowns if he wants to. Yeah, I think he's gonna walk him down.
Well, let's see, because Daniel Santos, he's been hurt. But he's been training. The thing is, this guy has been training, and he's in the great shooter box. So, what are the odds for this fight? What are we looking at?
I don't see any odds on my end. I
No.
could look it up. Hold on.
Wheelie Cat. Yeah, the Oliveira vibes. This guy has the Oli vibes.
It's -120, -110. It's even.
Okay, so there it is, even baby.
Yeah, we'll see. I think he'll be able to outstrike him and secure some key takedowns. But I'm gonna go with Lee. You're gonna go with Santos. We'll move on here to a fight where it's gonna be interesting, man. We have Marc-Andre Barriault taking on Bruno Silva. Barriault is 16-9-0 and is 2-5 in the last five bouts. Last losing to Dustin Stolfoots via KO. Silva is 23-12-0 and is 1-5 in the last five bouts. Last losing to Ismail Nardiev via unanimous decision in UFC Saudi Arabia. You remember that card. Barriault, he's durable. He's a brawler. He has high volume striking. He does take punishment though, but he is durable despite being KO'd. Silva, as we know, he's a striker, right? He has knockout power. He has the good Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but I don't like how he looked in his last fight, man. I think one of the things we talked about when we recapped UFC, I think it was 308 or it was UFC Fight Night Saudi Arabia. It was Fight Night Saudi Arabia, the Adesanya card. He looked like he didn't want to be there. He looked flat, and if he comes in looking like that, I think Barriault's gonna get the victory, man. I'm gonna go with Marc-Andre.
Mario is going to get the victory. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Here's an issue, and maybe like he was mentally not okay. Like Matt Shinnell retired, but it's probably more emotion than anything else. This guy has come out and said he's mentally not, mental health. It's been only 6 months, champ. Like,
Yeah.
like
Well, he hasn't gotten over that loss to Weidman,
but he never should have lost to Weidman. And I think the issues that they want to compare him with you were striking with Pereira, and I'm like, maybe Pereira had an off night. Like I don't know, man. It's just I'm going with Barriault gets it done. I don't see a knockout. I don't see anything. Like Silva doesn't have heavy hands, and his last couple of performances, he's not fighting to kill, but he's fighting to survive. Barriault will the opposition that Barriault has fought. I mean, maybe like Dustin came in for the kill, by the way, but Joe Pfeiffer, we know the hands. We know what's up. Curtis is a dog every time he fights. So we know all this stuff.
Yeah, we're both going with Barriault. As we said, we don't we didn't like how Silva looked in his last fight. And yeah, we'll see. We'll think Barriault gets it done at home, man. Another Canadian on the board.
Yeah.
We'll move on here to Navajo Sterling, the undefeated 6-0 fighter, taking on Ivan Erslan. Navajo is, as I mentioned, 6-0. He's 5-5 in his last five bouts, last beating Tuku Tokos via unanimous decision. Erslan is 14-4-0 and is 2-5 in their last five bouts, last losing to Ian Cutelaba via split decision. This is a striker versus striker. You look at Sterling, he's tall, man. He's at 6'4" with the 7-inch reach advantage. He has technical striking. He's long, he's lengthy. He does struggle with grappling defense. He was taken down by Tuku Tokos, but I don't think that's an issue here in this fight. You look at Erslan, he's a good counter striker. He doesn't offensively grapple as much. And, he looked okay against Ian Cutelaba, right? It was 1-1 going into the third, in my opinion. And Cutelaba pulled out. I think Navajo gets it done here, man. I think he's the better striker, the more technical striker. I think he gets a victory here.
Talk again, sorry.
I think Sterling gets it done, I said.
Okay. Yeah, you came back. Sorry, it went away and then you came back. Yeah, Sterling gets it done. I mean, what were the odds? Like minus, like what? A minus like 2,000. It was just like minus 1,000. It was insane.
Against Tukos, yeah, it was up there.
And Tukos was putting pressure at the end, but it's just like you gotta kill this man. The reach is gonna be an issue as well. With this fight, I have Sterling winning, and then minus 290, like he fits perfectly in a parlay. So, yeah, let's see what happens.
Right on. We're both going with Sterling to get it done. Moving on here, we have Modestas Bukauskas taking on Ion Cutelaba. Bukauskas is 17-6-0 and is 4-5 in their last five bouts, last beating Rafael Cerqueria via KO. Cutelaba is 19-10-0 and is 3-5 in their last five bouts, last beating Ibo Aslan via submission. This fight, the odds have them dead even. And I think this is an even fight, and I think people are starting to understand that, right? They're both at minus 115. You look at Bukauskas, he is the better striker of the two, in my opinion. He has power behind his shots. He's a bit more accurate.
You're gonna go against him again?
If Cutelaba,
are you gonna go? Wait. Are you gonna? Are you?
Am I gonna go against who? You froze.
Apologies now.
Oh no, you're good now.
Are you gonna go against Cutelaba again, bro? You're not gonna join us, brother.
You know what? I was this is one of 2 or 3 fights where I was like thinking back and forth, and I really liked what Cutelaba said in his last fight, like after the post fight, the post fight interview, when he's like, you know what, I'm starting to take this shit serious. My grappling is pretty good. And I think if he avoids the striking exchanges and he comes in with the grappling heavy approach, kind of like he did with Ibo Aslan, he can get it done, man. He can get it done. Bukauskas is good though, man. They're both on a little. I mean, he's on a 4-fight. I think he's a 4-fight win streak, if I'm not mistaken. But he's not to be. I think he has the advantage when it comes to the striking, and his grappling game is getting good. It's getting better. But I think Cutelaba, if he comes in wrestling heavy, he's gonna get it done. I'm gonna go with Cutelaba, man.
Yeah, and that's what I think. I think Cutelaba comes in and switches it up. Like, I think how do you say this? Yeah, this is not the same Cutelaba that used to go wild, but I think he's learned. He understands. He knows how to switch. He knows how to turn it on, turn it off. Like this is a new level of fighter now. I think he gets it done again, Bukauskas.
Yeah, he just concerns me because sometimes he's wild, right? Like sometimes he engages in these firefights and his striking isn't the most technical and he gets clipped, and that's what like kind of causes me to be like, But if he wrestles, man, he's good, man. And he added that submission threat to his arsenal. We'll see what he does here, but I'm gonna go with Cutelaba. I think he's gonna get the wrestling going.
Yeah.
All right. Well. We're both going with Cutelaba. Next up, we have Jessica Andrade taking on Jasmine Jasudavicius. Jasmine is 13-3-0 and is 4-5 in their last 5 bouts, last beating Mayra Bueno Silva via unanimous decision. Andrade is 26-13-0 and is 2-5 in their last 5 bouts, last losing to Natalia Silva via unanimous decision. Andrade, we know what she brings to the table. She's a bully. She moves forward. She has aggressive striking. but she has struggled in the past and historically up against high caliber grapplers like Tatiana Suarez, Blanchfield. Jasmine, she's a wrestler, pressure wrestler. She usually sets up her takedowns well with her strikes. She maintains top control, and I think that's what's going to happen here. I think she's going to take down Andrade, control her, and pull out a victory here, man. I'm gonna go with Jasmine.
We're going with
5-7,
Jasmine.
5-7 compared to 5-1. Getting those takedowns, man. What are we doing?
Well, when we spoke about this, Jessica Andrade is not a flyweight. Like she's always performed optimal when she's
Mm-hmm.
fighting at strawweight. So what's going on? Why are we not going to strawweight? Like this is not. The thing is, like there has been no evolution, and when I say that, it's just the way, like when she fought Angela Hill, the way she would kind of
Mm-hmm.
go towards Angela Hill, it was it that was a very different fighter. Um, this generation fighter when when she fought Silva, man, it was rough. And even like her last couple of fights, I mean, look, the Dern fight, yeah, I think Dern got really caught. Dern has become so good, but yeah, man, I just don't think once Jasmine gets on her boat, it's GG's, my boy.
Yeah, it's GG's. Yeah. I think Jasmine gets it done, man, and then she makes her way maybe one more, and then she probably contends for the title. But I like Jasmine here, man. She looks good. She's been looking good.
Go,
You good?
yes,
What's
sir.
up? All right.
No, let's go already.
Oh, okay. You look like you wanted to say something. You just
No, no,
paused.
no, 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 no. It's just the Mike Malott fight.
Oh, we got Mike Malott. We got the Canadian boy taking on Charles Radtke. Malott is 11-12-1 and is 4-5 in their last five bouts, last beating Trevin Giles via unanimous decision. Radtke is 10-4-0 and is 4-5 in their last five bouts, last beating Matthew Semmelsberger via KO. Now, Mike Malott, ever since he lost to Neil Magny, whether you want to say it was poor decision making, cardio issues, whatever it was, right? Ever since that loss, I didn't like how he looked against Trevin Giles. He seemed gun shy, right? But despite that, he's a solid kickboxer. He has nice kicks. He fights well at range, and he can incorporate wrestling if needed. He's going up against Charles Radtke, who is he trains with Bilal Muhammad. He has good striking and is powerful. He's aggressive. He has good forward pressure. He has a wrestling background, and I think this is bad matchup stylistically for Mike Malott. I think Charles Radtke's, his pressure and pace can pose an issue for Mike Malott, who likes to fight at range, right? So I think he's going to get in his face. He's going to secure some key takedowns. Mike Malott has a 16% takedown defense per UFC stats. Yeah, I think he gets it done, man. I think Radtke's striking inside the pocket is also going to be a threat if he closes that distance, and his wrestling is going to be the key to victory. It's a close fight, but I'm gonna go with Charles Radtke. I like
I'm
him
gonna
here.
go. I'm gonna go. You know what I'm gonna go with? Like, give me the
Yeah,
Canadian,
the
bro.
Canadian. Yeah.
But here's my thing. Like the reality is when he fought Neil Magny, he made a very bad mistake, and it was he decided to engage on the ground, or he really fucked up. Now I think he's learned from that. I think in his last fight he came a little bit gun shy. I think this fight, Canadian soil again, he's gonna look good. Um, I'll say this: if you ask me who has the better footwork, I think Malott has the better footwork. I think Charles will, press forward. If he's hesitant, like he was against Giles, I think he's a problem. But I think he's gonna come back to his own. He's gonna be good. I like the reach more than anything. I think there's a bit of reach there. Now, is it a minus 225? No, this is not a minus 225. This fight should be even odds. This fight is closer than what many people expect.
This is
I
a
just
fun fight, man. This is a fun
It's a
fight.
very fun fight. I see Radek putting pressure on him, and I want to see how
Radke.
he deals with this pressure.
Yeah.
Ratchet, ratchet,
No, Radke.
Radke.
My boy said ratchet. You put some respect on Chuck Buffalo, man. What are we doing?
That's
What are we
crazy.
doing? Next up, we have Benoit Saint Denis taking on Kylo Perpolec, coming in on short notice. He has been in fight camp. He was prepped to fight someone else on another organization, but he's in here now. He has had some fights in the UFC. We'll get into that. BSD is 13-3-0 and is on a 3-5 in their last five bouts, last losing to Renato Moicano via KO. Prepelic is 18-5-0 and is 4-5 in their last five bouts, last beating Gustavo or Lutsier via KO. He has had three fights in the UFC on and off. he lost both of his other fights. This will be his third fight. So his last two fights, I think it was against he fought Austin Hubbard, he lost, and then he fought someone else. I forget their name. Let me see. Nordine Talib. He lost via unanimous decision both times, and he's had some success on the regional scene. He's on a 3-fight knockout streak, but that's on the regional scenes, right? I think Saint Benoit, Benoit Saint Denis, he's aggressive, man. He has the striking, he has the takedowns, he has the southpaw stance, he's relentless, he has that pressure, and he has the finishing ability. And
Wow.
I think he's giving a layup here, man. What's up?
No, I was. I saw. It's only 7 people picked against San Denis, but I was just like, I was like 1,000 people are going for San Denis. Not one guy is betting on the banana peel, on the ankle. Here's the thing: I am going for San Denis. I think it's very apparent, but I'm gonna sprinkle $5 on my guy.
Yeah, and if you watch his fights in the UFC, Perpolec, like I was able to see his fight against Austin Hubbard, he has poor striking defense. My man likes to get hit a little bit. His head movement is not the best, and going up against Saint Benoit, who did he lose his last two, or was his fight before this? Was that was the Emporia, right?
No, it's the main event against the Mocano.
No, before Morcano. Oh no, before Morcano. Okay, before Morcano, he fought in another in a grappling match. Okay, but he did lose to Dustin Poirier via right hook, and he looked good in that fight prior to getting knocked out. I think I don't see him losing 3 in a row, man. I don't see.
Not against this guy.
No. Oh yeah, Joe Alvarez was gonna smoke. I think everybody was gonna pick Joe Alvarez, right? But
the thing is, Joe's a little bit big for that division, and
yeah.
Eventually, like Joe would get in a situation where he would. Joe's a KO guy at this point, so if he could survive that first round, I think San Denis would get good volume. The thing is, like, I want to see how San Denis comes back, and Molcano started quickly against him, so I would want to see how he approaches that. But also, San Denis was also a welterweight at one point, so. Yeah, it's a good fight. It's good.
I think this is a layup for San Denis. Get him in the W column, and then you make a fight night with either Joe Alvarez or Mauricio Hufi or whoever. Have that win.
It's not gonna be. Well, what's the ranking of this guy? Now it won't be with San Denis, and the reason why Rufi's already in the top 15, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I don't know.
Oh no, he isn't.
He's not. That's why he called him out. He wants.
Oh yeah. He needs to fight this guy then.
That's what I'm saying. I think this is a layup. He gets the W, and then they set up a fight night or something.
How does Joel Alvarez? How does Joel Alvarez get in the top 15?
Bad man, bro.
Yeah, but who has he beat? Let me see. Nah, brother, this boy ain't top 15 yet.
All right, we'll move on here to women's bout. Alexa Grasso taking on Natalia Silva, the former champ, taking on Natalia Silva, who's looking to get into title contention. Grasso is 16-4-1 and is 3-5 in their last 5 bouts, last losing to Valentina Shevchenko via unanimous decision. Silva is 18-5-0 and is 5-5 in their last 5 bouts, last beating Jessica Andrade via unanimous decision. I'm gonna let you break this down first, man.
Listen, if you like feet pictures, Alexa Grasso's there. She's trending with the boys. There's a little gossip with the boys and Lopez. Besides that, champ, you're dealing with somebody with a former champion, entering at an underdog, and the reason why is because of the athleticism that Natalia Silva has possessed. That footwork is unmatched right now. There's not a single female that moves like her in that division. Well, Mana and Fiorot would be actually a good battle for her, but yeah, when it comes to like boxing, gotta give it to Alexa Grasso. Footwork would go to Silva, but where I think it's going to be the differential is going to be the wrestling. I think Grasso will get her hands on her. I will go with Grasso, but if Grasso is not able to take her down, Silva's just going to have a, what do you call it?
So you're picking Grasso? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think Grasso, she has, like as you mentioned, good boxing, but one of the things that Valentina Shevchenko exploited, I would say, is her vulnerability to takedowns and ground control. And when you look at somebody like Silva, she's very well rounded. She's technical with her striking. She can mix in the grappling if she needs to. She's fast, has good footwork, as you mentioned. She has that taekwondo base. Every time she throws a strike, she does that. She's very entertaining to watch. She's dynamic. She has a kick heavy game, and I think she's going to be able to use her kicks to keep the fight at range, not allow Grasso to get into the pocket and utilize her boxing. And one of the things that's highlighted here against Silva is she has the takedown ability, but she also has the takedown defense, right? Like her takedown defense is really good. So she's going to be able to keep this fight standing if Grasso looks to grapple. But I think Natalia Silva gets it done here, man. Her footwork, she moves in and out, her lateral movement, her kicks, I think it's going to be a little bit too much for Grasso. It's going to keep her at range.
Let's see. I want to welcome our girl because, it's gonna be very interesting, champ. I'll say that. If now, here's the thing: if Silva is able to beat her decision, knockout, submission, immediately she's the top contender. And what I don't want from the UFC is if Fiorot wins, Bullet, I don't want a rematch. Pass Bullet on. Have Silva contend. Now, if Grasso wins, it's different. I don't think they want to.
If Grasso wins, it's different. But I just think Silva, man, like she's on how many fights has she won in a row, man? Let's see.
A lot. She's won. I
think she's has just saw it earlier.
Yeah, a lot of fights. Marina Rodriguez was her last defeat since 2017. So she's won 6, 10, 12 fight. So she's
on a 12-fight win streak, man. And like I said, I think she just does such a good job, man, at keeping the fights at range and utilizing her footwork with the kicks and her movement. Her counter striking is good. And like I said, if she doesn't allow Alexa to close the distance and get in the pocket and, incorporate that boxing, then she's going to get it done, man.
But I think in the takedown is I think the takedown will determines this fight. Really, if Grasso can't take her to the ground, she's gonna have to go for the kicks. And Silva's very good with in and out. And I love a footwear like Silva is amazing. But I just feel sometimes. Let's see if my girl became a champion for a reason. We're gonna find out.
We'll find out. Next up, we have Jose Aldo taking on Ayman Zahabi, your favorite fighter, man. I love whenever Zahabi's on a fight card because I love your breakdown. I love watching him fight. I love, asking you, what did you think of that round? What did you think of his movement? Aldo is 32-9-0 and is 3-5 in their last 5 bouts, last losing to Mario Bautista via split decision, which caused the majority of the UFC community, or the MMA community, to hate Mario Bautista, man. I mean, everyone's talking about 100 men versus a gorilla, but then there's people saying, no, I just throw Mario Bautista against 100 gorillas. Like, what are we doing, bro? what are we doing? Zahabi is 12-2-0 and is 5-5 in the last 5 bouts, last beating Pedro Munoz via unanimous decision. You want to give this one a go? You want me to go first? Zahabi, he's a good striker, right? He doesn't throw with a lot of volume.
There's a reason why he's a plus, why he's an underdog, bro.
Yeah, I think Jose Aldo, man, look at Jose Aldo, right? He dropped down to bantamweight. He's the featherweight GOAT, right? His vicious leg kicks, fast hands, strong chin, amazing takedown defense. I mean, this guy stuffed how many takedowns from Merab Dvalishvili? Was it plus 20 takedowns?
16.
It was 16 takedowns from Merab Dvalishvili. He's that guy, man. He's that guy, and I think he's going to get it done here. I think he's going to get outstruck, man. I think Zahabi's going to get outstruck. He's going to land. I think Aldo's going to land the more significant strikes. He's going to have the better movement. And the one thing I don't like about Zahabi, and the one thing that I've always criticized, is his footwork. I don't like how he's flat-footed, right? For that boxing style and that striking that he has, he's very flat-footed. I don't like the way he moves, and I think Aldo's going to be able to have the better movement, incorporate the leg kicks. It's going to be Aldo taking this, man.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to say, brother. We're in the situation where I don't want to hurt a fighter, but when it comes to technique, I mean, look, he beat Javid, which was a shocker at the time. I think shocker had actually got knocked out as well by Ricky Simon, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, he did. Oh, his brother did.
his brother did, right? I don't know what to. It's such an interesting fight because the question here's the real question: is this the fight that we're gonna see Aldo um, look run down, old? You feel me? Because that's the thing.
Mhm.
Like you're literally betting on that. That
Oh no,
minus
he got knocked out by Ricky Simone. I'm sorry.
yeah, right. So yeah, so that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, and so kind of exposes a couple different things, right? Like this. Well, it's crazy how they're giving him the Aldo fight. Actually, like like I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with Aldo. I think Aldo. If Aldo starts to look his age, then this guy should take it. But the thing is, his footwork, brother. I don't like his fucking footwork. I don't. I don't think it's going to be as effective with Aldo. Um, Mario was able to hold him down. I don't think Zahabi is gonna hold him down, brother.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. You know, you look at Zahabi, he's on a 5 fight win streak, right? Pedro Munoz, unanimous decision, tough guy. Javid Basharat, unanimous decision. He had a good game plan there. That fight was close, though, in my opinion. When I watched that fight without looking at the outcome, I have it as a split, but they gave him the unanimous decision.
Oh,
Aroki Ling, he knocked him out. Ricky Turcios, unanimous decision. And then Draco Rodriguez knocked him out. Interesting, man.
very
Very
interesting.
interesting. But yeah, I think Aldo gets it done. Aldo's going to be victorious, man.
What's going on, Aldo?
Aldo's going to be victorious. We'll move on here to our co-main event. Valentina Shevchenko putting the women's flyweight title on the line against Manon Fiorot. Shevchenko is 24-4-1 and is 3-5 in their last 5 bouts. Last beating Alexa Grasso via unanimous decision, where she showed levels, right? She showed how she's improved so much in her grappling, right? She started incorporating the wrestling to her arsenal, like later on in her career, right? So a lot of people, if you've been watching Valentina for a while, she has that Muay Thai, that kickboxing background. Um, Fiorot is 12-1-0 and is 5-5 in their last 5 bouts. Last beating Erin Blanchfield via unanimous decision. I think, man, I'm gonna go with Shevchenko to win this fight, man. I think Shevchenko's the better overall fighter, and I think a lot of people and the odds are kind of reflecting that in her last fight, she took down Alexa Grasso. She utilized the wrestling, but a lot of people are neglecting or forgetting how good her striking is, her range management, her counter striking. And I think there's levels to this. Despite Manon being bigger, 2 inches taller with the 1 inch reach advantage, I think, and she's big. If you watch Manon, she's a big girl. But I think Shevchenko's the better overall MMA fighter, right? Like you look at Manon Fiorot, she can strike. She throws with power. She has speed. She has a good get up game if she's taken down. She has a 93% takedown defense. She can also offensively grapple. She's aggressive, man. And but the thing is, though, when I watched Manafiro against Blanchfield, Blanchfield was landing on her, man. And Blanchfield was able to get one takedown out of 12. But one of the things we criticized against with Blanchfield when she fought Rose was she doesn't have good entry points for her takedowns, right? Like she doesn't set up her takedowns well. And I think Valentina, being the striker that she is, having the counter striking, having the Muay Thai threat in the clinch, and being able to incorporate the grappling that we've seen as of late as well. I think it's going to be a fun fight. It's going to be high level, but I think the champ gets it done, man.
Yeah, and the fact that they're giving her a minus 155.
I think she's the underdog now.
Really?
I
No.
think so. Let me check. Yeah, Valentina's a plus 125.
Really?
Plus 125.
Okay, so we're gonna put the money on her at the end. Okay, I see nothing wrong with that. Um, let me see. Oh, this is crazy. 112 plus 112. Wow, even Bilal is a minus 168 favorite. Um, wow, that's crazy. It really isn't crazy. The thing is, Fiorot has not been tested her ground game. Eh, yeah, Erin Blanchfield, like I said, I really like Erin Blanchfield. Look what she did to Rose. But the thing
Mhm.
is, Erin Blanchfield needs a couple of rounds to warm up. And if you saw against Rose, if it was just a 3-round fight, Rose would have been the champion. sorry, Rose would have won the fight against Aaron. But what happened after the third round? Aaron took over, took her down, put her on. Um, so it didn't really give me that much. I don't know if this wasn't a 5 round fight, right? I don't think so. I think it was
The Rose
no, the
the
other one, the Blanchfield. Oh yeah, it was a 5 round.
it was a main event.
Mm. I'm gonna go with Shevchenko, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the one though. Like, but it's just like I'm trying to look at like the stage, the presence, the overall game. Like Shevchenko has been getting older, bro. That's the only thing that I'm just like hesitant about. But yeah, we saw how she shifted with Grasso.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with Shevchenko. We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
she's able to adapt. Mid fight, she's able to adapt and read her opponents well. And if you look at Shevchenko, right, like really look at her, she's only her last. She lost to Alexa Grasso in 2023, right? And
Yeah.
then she drew with her, but prior to that, her last loss was in 2017 to Amanda Nunes. I mean, she prepares her fights really well, man. And I think in this fight, if you're on the side of, oh, Shevchenko's not going to be able to get the grappling going, uh, Manon is too big. She's going to keep the fight at range, and her physicality is going to overwhelm Shevchenko. Then that's the side you want to be on. Cool, but I just think Shevchenko striking, her leg kicks, her counter striking, her movement. You're gonna see the champ, why she's the champ, right? And why she is one of the goats in the women's division, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go with Shevchenko, man.
Let's go. Let's see what happens. Shevchenko it is.
Yeah, we have our main event: Bilal Muhammad up against Jack Della Maddalena. Muhammad is 24-3-0 and is 5-5 in their last 5 bouts, last beating Leon Edwards via unanimous decision. JDM is 17-2-0 and is 5-5 in the last 5 bouts, last beating Gilbert Burns via KO. In that fight, he did have his hand broken. He broke his arm. In that fight. Gilbert Burns was able to get him down 7 times. But the thing with JDM is he has really good get-up game. Like his get-up game is really good. He was able to muster it up and then KO Gilbert Burns in the 3rd round, right? If that fight would have went to a decision, Gilbert Burns probably would have won that fight. But JDM got him out of there. You look at Bilal Muhammad, he has good cardio. He's a nonstop pressure wrestler who moves forward. He secures control over his opponents. His striking is getting better. He often refers himself to as Canelo hands, right? The striking is not bad. It is getting better.
Yeah, but come on now, bro.
But you're going up against JDM, who is a high volume striker who has a really nice jab. He has good jiu-jitsu. His takedown defense is at 70%. As I mentioned, he did struggle against Burns where he got taken down a couple of times, but he did have a broken arm, man. So taking that into consideration, fucking good performance, right? He has good boxing, fast hands, knockout power.
You know who we're going with, baby.
It's interesting because we haven't seen JDM past the 5th round, right? We haven't seen him past, not the 5th, past the 3rd round. So it'd be interesting to see how he looks with Bilal pressuring him, putting a pace on him, getting takedowns. And yeah, initially his takedown defense might look good, right? He might be able to bring the fight up to its feet. He might be able to snuff a couple of the takedowns. But what's going to happen as the fight progresses, right? If he's unable to land that shot, if he's unable to put him away, what's going to how's his cardio going to look, right? Is he going to fade away? That's the thing. But I think I'm gonna go with Bilal Muhammad here, man. I think his wrestling is just too good, and his forward pressure and his nonstop just pursuance of securing the takedown and taking you down is going to be a little bit too much. But I won't be surprised, man. JDM is a much more dangerous striker than Leon Edwards, right? This guy actually gets KOs, so we'll see, man. What do you think?
I don't know with Bilal. The thing is, Bilal under Habib is a very different fighter, extremely different fighter. If Bilal had Canelo hands, he would have struck.
Is he training with Khabib this camp?
Oh, 100% he's training with like I don't think there's going back to that. Like you can't go. You have to do your camps with Habib. I need to watch the embedded to see if he's around. But like if he's with Habib, bro, the thing is under Habib, there's no striking Canelo hands. There is, hey, you saw what Gilbert Burns did to him. You're going to do the same thing. Take him down. Because Gilbert Burns was having very good success up until the second or third round. And that was a year and a half ago. Like you have to estimate
Yeah,
these guys.
he is training with him this camp.
Yeah, so we're going heavy below. I think that 100 minus 166 is free money. Like it's actually very free money. Yeah, bro. I don't think in a year you could get as good. Like because Gilbert took him down a couple different times. My issue is does Bilal Canelo hands does he fuck around? I don't think he fucks around, bro. He's with Habib. He understands, brother.
Yeah,
Brother.
but that stuff that they say is kind of similar to like Ankalaev. Remember Ankalaev saying, "Oh, you better be prepared to wrestle for 25 minutes." And what did my guy do? He struck with him, right? He struck with Pereira. So it could all be just yapping.
Bilal, remember the name.
Belal, remember
What,
the
why
name.
they got my guy as the United States, eh?
He's from
Hey,
Chicago, bro. He's from
yeah,
Chicago.
put the man the flag.
He was born in Chicago. But like I said, man, JDM is no is nothing to take lightly, right? Like like I mentioned, he has good wrestling defense, good get up
Better
game.
hands, better hands, better hands,
Yeah,
better
good
party.
hands. He's a good scrambler. I mean, he could very well knock out Bilal, and we could see and new, but I think Bilal's game plan is gonna be pressure this guy, tire this guy out, and then we'll see how he looks in the later rounds, man.
This is coming from the guy that you supported Sean Brady, bro. What's going on, bro? Like he ain't not Jack ain't knocking fucking Bilal out.
Okay, I didn't want to do this, but what did Sean Brady do to Gilbert Burns?
Oh, you mold him, bro.
What did
Mold
he
him.
do? What did he do to Leon?
Well,
Oh
that was
no, shut up! What did he do to
no, no,
Leon?
no, no, no.
Answer the question. What did he do to Leon?
Well, he killed Leon, but it was actually Gilbert Burns versus Brady was a what is this? Is this the fighting nerds? Who
I'm
does
just
that?
saying.
Who
I'm just
does
saying.
that?
Leon. What did Leon do? Leon's the only guy that has
Who
a
does
gun
the shot?
with no
Who does,
clip. Has a
who does,
gun with no clip.
oh, that's Leon. Leon. I
Leon.
forgot about Leon. Um, yeah, Burns had a better shot at Brady. Actually, I don't think Burns is done after seeing Brady now and the number one contender.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I think they would have given this guy the number one Brady the number one contender, but I don't think Brady was ready. So
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. We're both going with Bilal Muhammad to retain his title, to be victorious in his first title defense.
yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we'll see. We'll see. Make sure you guys follow us on X. We will drop our picks. We will drop our bets as well towards the end of the week. Make sure you tap in. Make sure you show some love. Give the people a free parlay, man. Give them a parlay. Give them a quick parlay.
Right
Give
now,
them a quick parlay. Give them a quick parlay, a quick prop, a quick money line, whatever you want. Give them some. Give them some.
give me a second. Give me a second.
'Cause
Oh
I
man,
already got mine.
free money. Listen, Mark, Andrew, Jasmine, and Bilal Muhammad.
Mark, Andrew, Jasmine, and Bilal Muhammad. Okay, there you go. What's that at? What's the plus money on that?
Let's
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 see.
let's see.
Bilal Muhammad, Jasmine. Who else did you say?
Mark, that's a plus
Mark.
256.
Plus two, yeah, plus 256. Interesting. All right.
Yes.
Here you go.
What do you got?
I'm gonna give you. I got it earlier when he was an underdog. The line has moved. Charles Radtke. I think Charles Radtke gets it done. I had him when he was an underdog.
What is he now?
Money line. It's even. It's 115, I think.
Charles Radtke? Really? No. Is it?
Yep.
Charles Radtke is a plus 145 in my book.
Oh, plus 165. I'm so sorry. I was confused. Yeah. I was thinking of
Okay.
Modestus and Neon Cutelaba.
It's
So I
okay.
got him at a plus 165. So make sure if you want that money line, I think he gets it done, man. Charles Radtke.
Yeah,
Plus
I
one.
think
I'm sorry.
prop.
I was looking at the wrong one. I was reading the wrong one. And I think Eon Cutelaba versus Bukauskas. I gotta see if props are out for me. Let's see. Expand all markets.
Mm.
The
What about
over 1.5. The over 1.5 as well.
the under on Benoit? I think 1.5 over for Benoit Saint Denis.
Man, this is
I think
crazy.
he's when you get knocked out the way you have a couple different times, you come a little bit more different. You're still gonna dominate, but you try to take a less risk though.
The under 1.5 is minus 185. So
Over. I
you
would go
think
for over.
you go for the over, the plus 150?
That's the prop that I would do.
All right. Well, there you have it, guys. Make sure you show some love. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. There's our full card breakdown, our picks, and we will drop our picks on X at Combat Sport, guys. You see the banner right there. Any parting words, my man?
It's gonna be good, brother. We got a good card. We'll see y'all in the weekend.
Yeah, we'll see you on the weekend. Make sure you love what you love. You do what you do, as always. And before we go, I want to just remind everybody of something really quick. Let me see if I have it here. Um, where do I have it? What was the last card? The last card was it Senate? Was Pratis, huh?
Pratis?
I just
No,
want
the
to
last.
remind everybody real quick. Make sure you guys use
Look at that.
excellent form. Look at my man arching that back. Look at that.
Neutral
Mm.
back. Neutral back. What do you mean arch? That's a neutral back, bro.
Yeah, bro, that arch is a little suspect, bro. I don't know, bro. You
That, bro.
popping that thing
That's
back a
called
little
man
bit.
fat, bro. That's called man fat.
Let's go, man.
That's called
make sure, make sure you guys have a good week. Love what you love. Do what you do. Peace.
Look at that. Let it line up.